heard of ragtime cowboy Joe, but here's one thing I'll bet you didn't know. Joe had a horse, his name was Pete, and Pete could boogie with all 4 feet. Joe found it out one summer day when he was whiling his time away, setting outside by the bunkhouse door, a-pickin' and a-plunkin' on his old guitar. Pete was standing in the big corral, fighting flies and switching his tail, when Joe let out with a real hot beat, and old Pete started to shuffle his feet. He stomped with his right foot, stomped with his left foot, and then he stomped with his hind foot, and then he got right in the groove. Joe took Pete to a high-toned place and entered him in a big-time race. The folks all said when they looked at Pete, he'll never win a race with them big feet. But when they yelled, "They're off, they're off!" Pete lit out with a grunt and a cough. He passed them all with a rampy-tamp-tamp. Looked like a freight train leaving a tramp. Folks were yelling, "Look at that nag," and he sure did have that race in the bag. Had just a few yards more to go when someone turned on a radio. Old Pete stopped right then and there. He jumped 10 feet straight up in the air, came back down with a clippity-clop, with his tail a-swinging like a rag mop. Joe took Pete to the rodeo and thought he'd enter him in the show, but old Pete saw a cute little filly, and right away they both got silly. She danced and pranced and wiggled her wither. She got old Pete worked up in a dither. He whinnied and slobbered and chewed his bit, and darn near had a conniption fit. He throwed Joe off when he started to buck, then across the ring he started to truck. The filly said, "Now take it slow, or you might strain your latigo." Pete said, "Babe, come on with me. I'd love to show you my lone prairie." So they waved their tails and jumped the fence, and they ain't never been heard of since.